I decided to film a foundation tutorial. So I'm going to show you how I apply my foundation and the routine that I do every day. It's really simple, I don't use a lot of products, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is make sure you have a clean face. So I've already washed my face, and I've also already applied a moisturizer. I just used this Olay Classic Moisturizing Cream for sensitive skin. I think it's really important to moisturize your skin before you apply your makeup. Having hydrated skin provides a good base for your makeup. It'll make it go on smoother, your skin will look brighter. You'll probably also use less makeup as well. So that's something I recommend. The next step is optional, but I do know a lot of people do this. I use a primer, and I use this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And this is one of the smaller sizes. I got it at Shoppers Drug Mart. You can probably get it at most drugstores that carry higher end makeup products, or Sephora. It was a little bit pricey, but I've had it for a year, so you don't need a lot of it, and it really does help you cut back on how much foundation you use. It lets your makeup go on really smooth. It's really awesome. I have no complaints about that product at all. So after you've done that, you are ready to start applying your foundation, and I use the MAC Studio Fluid Fix Foundation. This is an NW20, and what I do is I just take a makeup sponge like this, and then you just apply a little bit onto your sponge. Don't need a lot at all. So whereas this foundation is more higher end, it'll last you a long time because you don't need a lot. So then you're just going to take some and put it on a brush. I use a Sephora professional brush. This is a foundation brush. Some people like to use a brush, their fingers, a sponge. It's really up to you. I'm just showing you my foundation routine. So then you're just going to put it on your skin. Start with under my eyes, and I always put a little bit on my eyelids, and then you just paint it in like you're using a paintbrush. It's so easy. I love using a foundation brush. I find the color blends in a lot better. You need a thinner application so it looks more natural. I don't like wearing a lot of foundation on my skin, so this is why I like using a brush. After you've done that, I like to go over it with a different makeup sponge, not the one that you have your color on, just another one, and just blend it in, pat it in a little bit more. In case you have any brush lines, this will just get rid of those. If you want for under your eyes, you can use a small concealer brush to get in a little better, but I find the sponge works fine. I don't wear foundation all over my face, I just put it on my problem areas. So the next spot I do is my nose. Again, you're just going to paint it in the corners of my nose is where I have the most problems. As I've told you before, corners of my nose get really red. So then again, I just like to pat it in. It just makes me feel better that I know I'm really smushing it in to my skin. And the last spot I put on is my chin, and usually I'll just tap it in like that and then just go over it with my brush. And I have a little bit of redness here, so same thing, just pat it in and then blend like that. And then again, just go over it with my sponge. And that's really all I do, and that did not take long at all. So after I'm done that, my last step is to set it with a powder. I use Caryl Mineral Pressed Powder. It's in Peaches and Cream. It looks like this. I've done a little review about it in another video that I have if you want to check that out. Then I take my favorite brush, which is the Eyes Lips Face powder brush. Looks like this. And you can either use a brush or you might want to use a sponge for this part. But where I get shine, which is right in here, I just put some powder on the brush and I just stipple it in to those areas where I get a lot of shine. And this powder actually comes with a sponge, so if you did want to use a sponge, that is another option. You can use the sponge that came with it. You can use just those cheap makeup sponges that come in like a pack, like these. Get them at the dollar store. So then after I do that, I just take my Sephora Professional fluffy powder brush and I just swirl it into my powder just a little bit, and then I just go over my whole face and really buff it in, even my eyelids, corner of my nose, my cheeks, and just really swirl it in. And make sure to just put a little bit on your chin as well, and down into your neck. And voila! That's it. That's all I do to apply my foundation. Next, you would apply your blush and then go into your regular eye makeup routine. So it's not that difficult. I didn't use a lot of products. Didn't take long. And my skin looks pretty good. So let me know what you think. I want to hear what kind of products you use for your face, if you use moisturizer, primer. I want to hear all about it. I'm always interested in hearing about new products and your reviews as well, so let me know, comment below, and please rate and watch and subscribe.